all of its glory. Mazda Speed 6 in its natural habitat. The project for today is going to be replacing the hardline on the driver's side rear caliper from the firewall all the way back to the caliper. So it's going to be a fun one. And unfortunately it's necessary because of about 3 inches worth of the line. There's some marring on there, it looks a little bent, and it's nicked a little bit. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it's something I don't feel good about, and I had a good lead on a line anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap that out so I can be at ease thinking about it. At the same time, I'm also chasing down an issue that could or could not be related or involved in any way. The same caliper, that corner of the braking system is fully clamped. And I say it like this because the original caliper that I had, full clamped, so I swapped to a known working one, bled the system, everything bled fine until there's no air, and the same thing. So gonna swap the line just so I feel better about that, but maybe it's a slight contributing factor to this issue, but I'm starting to think it's something to do with the master. Either way, it's a project for today, swapping out that line. So it's gonna be a fun one. Got the wheel off here, so I can actually point out the damage. Hopefully this shows up. But basically this line here is just kind of like chewed up around this area here. There looks like to be like a slight bend right here, and it's nicked pretty good right around here as well. Hopefully that shows up okay. But basically, just don't feel comfortable with it, and it's just kind of like one of those things where, I can feel better about this situation and kind of cross that off the list of, possible reasons why my caliper is stuck no matter what I do. It's in neutral right now, e-brake is off, and this thing won't rotate at all. Just before I took the wheel off, I actually turned it on, and I wanted to see if I could even drive the wheel, putting it in gear, and it was bogging the car down pretty good, so it's definitely clamped pretty hard. The wheel would spin just a little bit, but it was clamped to the point where if you weren't giving it a lot of gas, it kind of bogged the car down to the point where it almost stalled and the car recovered. So it's got a lot of clamping force behind it, whatever it is. So here we go. Step 1 to figuring out what the hell it is. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is get underneath, take a look, see where the line goes, and find out exactly how screwed I am. The answer is pretty screwed. This definitely goes up over the gas tank here, so good chance I'm gonna, well, not even a good chance, I will be lowering this. It's just a matter of how far. Not a big deal because there's not a lot of gas in there. Can't remember if that means I'm gonna have to lower this here differential. That'll make that exponentially worse, but I don't think I'm gonna need to. I think I'm gonna just be alright on that one. We'll need to lower the drive shaft and the exhaust, but that's okay. I've got some ulterior motives here for taking the exhaust off. Yeah, so definitely gonna have to lower that. That's not gonna be too fun, but luckily there's not a lot of gas in there, so let's get to it. Progress on the brake line. The exhaust is ceramic coated. Yep, that makes total sense. Exhaust manifold almost off too. Yep, it's me. Justin, what do you got going on?
Oh, just drinking some hurricane waters. Instead of boarding up the house, doing a transmission flush on a car that's just gonna be sitting in a garage anyway. Priorities.
Hey, you know what? That is race car priorities. If we need to get away from bad weather, we're gonna be able to do so with some reliability. Especially when once
I'm
I've
working
completed.
in fucking bad weather.
Right, that's
the
true.
camera picks that up. I'm in the rain.
It's nice and humid out here, that's for sure. But yeah, we're doing some work because there's a hurricane. We're working on some race cars. Justin, you've been successful, huh?
I did something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't started it yet.
It's true, but I mean, you have the car back on the ground.
I've completed the task, allegedly.
You've completed the task, and what have I done? I think I've gotten 2 bolts off in this entire time. Maybe giving up my task here. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't really decided. One last bolt on that stupid manifold. And of course it's the hardest one. I don't know. But you know, we're gonna get some good vibes and start this guy's car and at least have 1 win for the day.
Looks like I'm so hard parked in your driveway.
Dude, it looks
I fucking
mad.
just drift in. Like,
right?
That was
well, I mean, that is what happened. You got that hydro in there, you are the DK, that's exactly what happened. You just right in there. Yeah, so we're gonna try this bad boy out and see how the transmission feels now.
for sure.
Just unplugged the fuel pumps and the fuel pump sender in here and getting ready to drop the fuel tank down here now. Gonna replace this awesome brake line. It's gonna be so fun. You excited for this, Justin?
Absolutely excited.
Yeah, I'm not excited for this. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be really tight. I'm really worried about this firewall area in here because that's not gonna be easy to get to. But just gonna send it.
This is Eric's brand new Ford Focus ST carbon fiber hood. The lightest carbon fiber that you've ever seen. This bitch.
This is the more you were asking for. At least it isn't a little one where you have to build it up. It's one that's already built up.
Hey!
Oh man.
We're gonna get this here brake line off. What you got going on down here?
This is a really stubborn clip. They're all off over here except for this one. And I don't want to break it.
Just break it. You can zip tie it.
I don't want to break it.
Oh, it's like the 4-line clip or 2-line?
Yeah. Oh, hey, there we go.
Hey, no.
There's some sauce.
Slight sauce.
Yeah.
Moment worth capturing. Eric has the 2-line in the spot. What a world. Creature report.
Yeah, so looks like we're almost fully unclipped here. We just need to do maybe 3 or 4 more up top, and then we can start fishing the line up at the bottom.
Oh, we got the line out back here. Piston free. Maybe we'll be able to snake it through without too much. You can't see anything. Okay.
Fingers crossed. Down to the last clip right there. Just gotta free that bad boy up and then unbolt the line from this block fitting here, and then I'll be able to start snaking it out. Well, that was a fun one to fight with, but finally got the old one out. Let's put the new one in here. Oh crap, which one's which? Just kidding, we know which one. Just had to
The one without the bend on the
go ahead and kink off that end there, so it came off pretty clean. We did drain the line a little bit beforehand, but not too bad, but wouldn't recommend it if you don't have to. After lots of fighting with this thing, we finally got it all in place. The line in front, bolted all the way in, clipped all the way in here, across to the back, and now we have it run into there. The bend is a little weird. It may have gotten slightly bent up in the process, but that orientation's fine since I'm not using that bracket exactly the way it's intended anyways. But no, this was not fun, but doable. Wouldn't recommend it if you didn't have to, but glad it's done because now that potentially weak line is not even in play anymore, so we can remove that from the list of variables. So thanks to these two for sticking it out, making it happen, and now we're gonna go drink some beers.